Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, Kira, for all the gifted memberships that have just come in. You're amazing. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. How are we all doing? I can't believe it is the last Wednesday of October 2023. Where has this month gone? I mean, we still have 6 more days of the month, so it's not as if it's like over tomorrow. But it's always weird when I look at the calendar and think, oh, I thought I had another show, like a Halloween special before we did a Q&A. So I'm definitely going to be trying to amalgamate a bit of spookiness into the fold with a bit of orange in the background. Although red never seems to come across on camera as well as like blue. Blue just looks good, doesn't it? It looks stylish. And actually, it does remind me, I do need to change one of the camera settings because I don't know if you can see here on the live stream, but there is a bit of flicker. Up there with the lighting, and it's to do with some camera terminology. I think the shutter speed maybe. Someone in the chat can probably tell me for background lighting. There's a lot of little things that I want to change, but I will get there. Hope you are all doing well. This is Myles Dyer live. My name is Myles Dyer. Every Wednesday at this time where we hang out from, talking about sometimes the serious things, mental health and well-being, life hacks, world events, and then other times we kick back with some more light-hearted stuff. Last week we did Would You Rather questions, which there were some like serious, thoughtful ponderings, but there were also some pretty gratuitous, funny questions as well. But before I get to any more, I just want to say a massive thank you to Kira Cat Lady in the chat, who when I went live had dropped 10 memberships to fellow people. I don't know what I pressed there, but that got rid of me. I'm back again. 10 memberships. See, I could have been intentional about it and gone, oh yeah, that silhouette was meant to represent one of many people that got the membership. But yeah, Kira has been an incredible supporter of this show, is always active in the Discord, always in the voice chat, and I know has gone through quite a lot of tough times at the moment, and I'm really grateful that this show has been able to be one of many forms of positivity in her life. And, I'm not going to lie, I do my little bit, but it is you, the community. Whenever I have guests on the show or anything, people always are like, everyone here is so nice. And it's so true. You all are just amazing. And so I'm incredibly grateful. And Kira, gifting the memberships means it picks randomly people. Sometimes it's people that don't even want to be talking in the chat, but if you're logged in, and so let's just give a shout out to all the people. So App UK, congratulations. We got Alajimba D Cat Allergic Game Cat, well done. We got Ryan B, well done to you. We've got Roy, well done to you, Roy. Jordan H, well done to you, you're now a member. Fortune Edge, well done to you. Random Toxie, How Begin Game Cat, well done to you. Prophecy 777, congratulations to you. Horatio Ward, congratulations. And Detective Holmes, always good to have a detective. Congratulations to you. All thanks to Kira. So thank you very, very much, Kira. And membership isn't something I've really gone on about for many months on this channel, but the reality is it is something that does help me out. For the cost of probably less than a coffee a month, you can click that join button, become a member. You get a nice little icon, a little globe next to your name, which changes colour the longer you're a member for. And you unlock all these wonderful emojis that you see lots of people using in the chat. It's just a small way of helping out, but I know others prefer using super chats. And also, it's not just about money. I'm obviously incredibly grateful for any financial support that I get. But at the end of the day, if you're just hanging out, I love you all the same. Hit the like button if you haven't already. That's one of the free ways that you can help this channel. We've got many of you watching right now, and only a fifth of you have hit that like button. But maybe some of you are sitting back and thinking, you know what? I'm going to keep my thumb down, and I'm just going to wait and see how this show goes, and then, like an emperor in gladiatorial times, decide if it's going to be. I mean, it should be that. It should be that. But who am I to judge? Also going on in the background right now, every week when I can, I organise a puzzle of the thumbnail. Now, the thumbnail this week is very bland in the background. It's very flat. So I've not gone for many puzzle pieces, but this is how it looks. So if you click the link that is pinned in the live chat, and for those that don't know how this works, you just click a piece, and then you click another area, and you just move things around. And if it goes green, flashes green, it means you've got it in the right place. And if it goes red, it means you've moved it from a right place to a wrong one. So yeah. Always the challenge to see if you can get that done before the end of the show. Now, with it being the last Wednesday of the month, it means it is a free-for-all Q&A. Ask me anything. So if you do have a question for me, now sometimes you're asking questions in the chat to each other or maybe being rhetorical. So if you have a question that you do want me to take note of and answer on the show, do just put a Q with a period if you want, a full stop. Just a Q is fine. At the beginning of your question, I'll then click a favourite, and then it means I can get to it later on if I miss it initially. And it means that if you've got a question, I have it noted. So I'll keep it there for just a bit more. And Salvador says, those 18 inches. Yeah, I mean, it's 19. It's 19, including all the Spiderman. For those of you that are unaware, Spiderman, who I absolutely adore. One of my favourite things about Spider-Man is it's the idea that Spider-Man can be anyone. Anyone can wear the mask. Obviously, you need to be bitten by a radioactive spider first. But yeah, this last Friday was the launch of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 5. It was a flat screen game, which I've not played a flat screen game in its entirety, really, since the launch of PlayStation VR 2. So it was nice to actually just get cozy on my couch, not put a headset on, and just game away. And I've had an amazing time. And I did buy, which you'll be able to see here to my left, there's a Venom box down there, and in it contained the game, but also this amazing statue. And I will hold it up now. This statue, I mean, they did actually cancel my pre-order because the payment didn't go through, and then I didn't update the details even though I added funds in. But then they hadn't sold out, so I was able to just buy again. But if we just look here, it is absolutely... And by the way, I understand for those that don't know about Spider-Man are probably going, what on earth is this? But yeah, Venom is a pretty... and why are there two Spider-Mans? It's because you have Peter Parker and Miles Morales, who team up in this game against Venom. And it is absolutely amazing. So, yeah, this statue is epic and it looks amazing. But I'm now left with a situation where I need to reorganize this background. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but maybe that's something I can look to do at the weekend. But, yeah, it wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap. For that and the game, and I got a little holographic box at the back, it was £210 or something. But, you know, I was going to treat myself. And also, Insomniac Games, the developers, have a good track record of creating high-quality games. And you know what? If I'd paid 200 quid just to play the game, which I did actually complete last night, I platinumed the game. I think I've got the clip here of me getting the final trophy. And again, for those that don't know what platinum trophies are, games come with like objectives and challenges. You get bronze, silver, and gold trophies. And then when you complete all of them, you get a platinum trophy. And I always love that because in a digital age where most games are digital, you know, getting the platinum trophy is a great way of saying, I have completed everything that there is to do in that game. And I think I did it in 30 to 35 hours. And that happened last night. So I got the game on Friday. So as you can tell from that, I've been doing a lot of gaming lately. But I haven't really done that for a while because, look, I'm not complaining. I love playing VR games. But usually when I'm playing VR games, it's because I've got to live stream them or, you know, get ready for a PSVR Without Parole show to review them. And so it was nice just to do some gaming for gaming's sake. And for anyone that does own a PlayStation 5, if you first of all haven't played the original Spider-Man and the Miles Morales game, do play them. But this game, Insomniac is honestly one of the most incredible developers ever. And I took loads of photos in the game, because a lot of these computer games now, because they look so great, they have a photo mode where at any point in the game when you're playing, you can press the pause button, and then you can like choose the pose and the expression of your character, you know, what they're wearing and stuff. And there was a mirror in one of the buildings I was in, and I took this photo. And like, you know, the graphics are great, like the what they wear, like the fabrics and things like that. It's always really, really impressive. And actually, do you know what? I'll just get off my phone some more images, but I'll be very careful because I don't want anything that's too spoilery. Actually, a lot of these I've shared on my personal yeah, here we go. A lot of these I've shared on my personal Instagram. I've got a lot that I'd love to show that I don't, because I don't want to obviously spoil the story for anyone. But just to show you what Insomniac have done, right? This is New York City. Look how far that goes into the distance on the right. Now, you can't travel all the way out there, but they have created this living, breathing world, and you can swing or glide out. Look at that. Look at that view. All those tall buildings that you can see over the bridge, you can swing in between them. You can go in the streets. You can explore. They have made New York City, and it's absolutely incredible. You can go to the Empire State Building. You can just go through all the streets. It's a livable, breathable area. It's just absolutely incredible. And then the combat in it is really good. And again, you can just pause the game at any point. Even this, when I was on a building, look at this. Look at that. It looks like something from the movies. I mean, honestly, that looks like it could have been something from one of Sam Raimi's original Spider-Man movies. Like the graphics, like the planes in the sky, the way the sun and the reflections, the way his Spider-Man's foot is like resting on that bit protruding the side of the building. It's just absolutely stunning. And just when battling at any point, this was when I was getting dragged by an enemy. I won't go into details what. With Miles Morales skidding around. And then also like just certain moments like this, I could just pause it. But then also like a lot of these I've taken screenshots of and I've not changed the filter. Sometimes I'll change the aperture and the focus point. Izzard says, so is this game basically 60 hours of looking at Spider-Man's bum? If that is what you want to do, you are totally able to do that. But you can also like use filters like Meanwhile, and this is just at a local show being played in the town. But the last one I'll show is this. And I don't know if it will let me zoom in anymore. It won't. But just look at like Miles Morales on the right. And yeah, like a dream. I mean, I'd love to get a poster of that last one I showed. But yeah, I mean, look at Miles Morales on the right. Look at the different textures on his suit. You can actually see the different material properties. Just game graphics now are just getting so incredible. Imagine when VR games look like that. At the moment, VR games look like PlayStation 2. It's true, though. Eventually, VR games are going to look this good. I mean, it's pretty incredible. It's pretty incredible. So anyway, I'll just flick through them again. Yeah, that one I just absolutely love. And I've got some great photos that I would love to show. But that's one of my favourites. That looks proper existential. But anyway, so yeah, Spider-Man's been a big part of this week, and it is PlayStation Studios' fastest selling game. I think at launch, with pre-orders and everything, they sold 2.5 million copies. Now, keep in mind that the game at full price is £70, and the collector's edition was like £210. But these games take a long time to make, and it was absolutely amazing. Siago says the lightning and stuff is wild. Kid me, who would have believed this was a game? Well, do you know what? I'm just going to find one photo off my PlayStation that I can show, because I'm being just very careful which one it is, because obviously Venom's in it because I just showed you there, but I'm going to find one of the screenshots of Venom. Oh man, some of these screenshots. Oh man, some of these screenshots are just incredible. I would love to. I'm just making sure. Making sure I don't spoil anything. Let's have a look here. Oh, do you know what? I'm got. Actually, I've got one here. Oh, I've got two here. You can have. Unless there's going to be another. No, I can't show that. I can't show that. This is the thing. There's so much stuff I want to show, but I'm just like, oh, I can't show that at the moment. I can't show that, but I can show this one. Actually, is this one a good one? Yeah. Do you know what? I'll just show you a couple more of these from a couple of moments, because it's just. Sorry, I'm just being like. And thank you. Yeah, it's good. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Here we go. Right, I'm just sending it to my computer because I have to get it off the PlayStation app, which takes it from my console to my phone, and then I have to send it across. I just can't bring myself to spend 70 quid on games. I may spend that on GTA 6, though. Well, for me, like £70 for a game is a lot of money, and so it has to be something that you really, really want. My brother was sort of like completely aghast of like, why would you buy a pre-order like a Spiderman game? Like, games sometimes come out and they're not great. You should wait until they come out, and I agree. But for me, it's always about context, and the context is Insomniac Games have a track record of just absolutely smashing it with games. And this is a game that I want to support devs that do great work. And so you could argue I should wait. But for me, this is an important franchise for me. I'm not a massive Marvel fan overall. I mean, I've watched Marvel stuff, but Spider-Man, I used to check out a lot growing up. In terms of this, I got this poster from Displate, but I don't think the design is done anymore because I don't think it was official. Right, a few more images to show, right? This is just a screenshot from the game with MJ. Just look at like the rain and like the quality of like her little pistol that she's holding. It's like actually a stun gun, which is pretty incredible. Venom, you wanted to have a look at. Look, this is a clip of Venom. Look at that. Look at like all the teeth and stuff like that. I mean, it's a horrible, horrible, horrible thing. And has like green like slime out the mouth, which is like the comics. And then the final one I'd show you, this is a funny one. This is from a side mission. Sometimes you have to pick up people that are injured and take them to like an ambulance. It's just like mini street side missions. And one of them was a mascot. It was a sports mascot that I had to help. That looks very, I don't know. I was going to say it looks uncomfortable. It must be nice actually get a nice hug from a big lion. But yeah, anyway, that's enough of screenshots. The game is full of life and lots like that. So yeah. Siago says, I get it these days. Games are huge now and graphics are insane and they take years. That said, I never really get games new anyhow. Yeah, I don't really. And I used to do a lot of rental stuff. But again, it has to be a very special game for me to want to do that. But just a reminder, everyone, if you have any questions for me, do put a Q at the beginning because I'm going to start searching now to see if there are any questions. Because at the moment, it says there are no questions. No. It says there's no one's asked me any questions, which is amazing. But that's fine, because I've had a lot to talk about already. Also, just to let you know that in terms of my schedule and that, so every Wednesday is Myles Dyer Live. Every Friday, I co-host Without Parole. with Brian, although I didn't last Friday because I did the Wednesday instead. As you know, it was a very full-on Wednesday. And then at weekends and during the weeks, I do VR Let's Plays. And I have to say, I've had a really good time lately with VR Let's Plays. And this channel has done so well this month. I am on track to, within the next few days, of having the best month on this channel viewership-wise since November 2018, with exception to the month that PSVR 2 came out, because that was just like a ridiculous couple of days. I think it was one day, actually. And then I actually am on track, if I do a little bit better, of having the best day, with exception to the launch of PSVR 2, on this channel since November 2017. So it's all going really, 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 really well. So I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's been supporting this channel, because it's going really good. Right, again, a few questions coming in now. Q time. Yeah, GameCat says, when you think about the pounds worth of hours of entertainment. So I would say I got through the game pretty quickly. And you might go, oh, you've only had it since Friday. I did 35 hours. That's 35 hours of traversing an open world reimagining of New York City that is completely immersive and engaging. Like, there's not 1 second where I wasn't sort of smiling and amazed and having fun. So 35 hours of fun. You know, when you think about what you'd pay for a 3-hour movie at the cinema, you know, for blockbuster experiences, that's why I say paying £200 would have been worth it. You know, so there's all that. But thank you very much, Hannah. Really, really appreciate that. But there are 2 new VR games coming out. There are 2 VR games that are coming out tomorrow, and I'm going to be doing Let's Plays of both of them. They are listed on the channel now, so do have a look out for them. But for those that haven't seen it, have I got them here? I should do. Yeah, here we go. So tomorrow at 6 p.m. UK time, it's going to be Ghostbusters, Rise of the Ghost Lord. That's right. A VR Ghostbusters game. Me and Brian from Without Parole are going to team up and play it. We might get a couple of others. The game does come out at 6 p.m. tomorrow. So yeah, that's really, really important. And yeah, Karina's absolutely right. Look, when I say you can ask me anything, my assumption is that, you know, people be cool, people be mature, people be respectful. Don't ask bullshit questions. And you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Atmos says $2 an hour is a great price for that high level of entertainment. Totally agree. So yeah. You paid €15 for Spiderman 2. How? Oh, did you rent it? Was it rental? Oh man, Callie asked a really funny question. I know what she meant though. And then the other game that's coming out tomorrow that I will be live streaming is Journey to Foundation. And I believe this is kind of like a choose your own ending sort of story. The things that you do will have an impact. So this will be happening at 8 o'clock UK time. So tomorrow there's going to be 2 amazing new games. I say amazing. We hope they're both amazing. I've not played any of them. And going in fresh. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun lately. It's been a lot of fun. I know a lot of you have been enjoying the Let's Plays, and a lot of devs have chimed in and had a good time with them. And it's just been a great way to explore really, really great content. So yeah, thank you for that. Right, looking at your questions. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of gaming ones coming in. Are you going to play Alan Wake 2? Alan Wake 2, I would love to play. Whether I am going to play it, I don't know if I have time. I actually never played the original Alan Wake. I did obviously play Max Payne back in the day. And I did play Control, which I loved. But it does look absolutely incredible. Callie Timecat says, why hasn't anyone asked any questions? I don't know. Good question. People are welcome to ask with the queue. And you said, have you had a floater recently? Which is a very personal question, but you mean a flotation tank. I've actually been dying to have one for the last couple of weeks, and I haven't. So I'm hopefully going to get one scheduled in at the weekend, if not early next week. So that would be really, really, really cool. Have you seen the Foundation show on Apple TV? I haven't. So I was curious to know when it comes to Journey to Foundation. I don't actually know much about it. Is it based on a TV show? I assume it's based on a book originally. So yeah, I know very little, if anything, about this world. So would love to hear from you if you know anything about it. Oh wow, no, it was a discount action. Bring back 2 games and get €40 off. Wow, you've got an absolute bargain then. Well done to you. I love some of these questions. Some of these questions make me have questions about what are people thinking about. Right. So it's based on the book. Yeah, that's what I assumed. But yeah, I know nothing about the book, so I'm really, really, really curious. By the way, you're all getting on very well with the with the puzzle. But it's gonna get tricky. See, some of these darker ones. I'll help you out here. Is it? There you go. That's green. That's green. No, there we go. That's green. So that will go there, and that will go there. No, it's... Oh, sorry. No, I've messed that up. Where would that go? There. And then that will go there. See, I shouldn't be helping you. I shouldn't be helping with this. But I just can't help it. It's just so good. It's so entertaining. Here we go. Helps you out there. All right, I'll come back to that later. Lots of questions coming in now. My question to you is, what is everyone doing for Halloween? So Halloween is what? It's next Tuesday. I actually don't have any plans. I feel like I should do, but maybe I will organise a horror game live stream on the 31st. There is actually a game coming out on the 31st, I believe, that I'll be live streaming, but maybe I need to get my hands on another horror game and dive into that. Or maybe even jump back into the world of Resident Evil Village. Or something. Or do you know what? I really want to go back to Propagation Paradise Hotel. I love that a lot. Can I just say a huge thank you to Lost My Mojo, the Game Cat Reaper, with the $5, saying, "Hey Myles, finally caught a live show. It's amazing to have you here." And just to let you know, these last Wednesday ones are pretty chilled and uneventful in terms of topics. But sometimes it's nice just to kick back and chill and have a casual chat, and that's exactly what we're doing today. But honestly, really, really appreciate it, and awesome avatar you've got there. Right, let's have a look here. Do you have Quest Envoy for the... Envy for the mixed reality and pancake lenses and wirelessness. So this is regarding VR. Obviously, not all my audience is into virtual reality. So the PlayStation VR headset that I use is on a wire, and often people wonder, doesn't that, kill the immersion that if you're playing a game and you've got a wire going down the side of you? To be fair, I barely notice it, even when I'm playing, VR games that are very physical, especially workout games. I did some working out before I came on this live stream. So, wirelessness, it'd be nice, but I'd rather have higher fidelity games. Pancake lenses, I honestly don't know a huge amount about the lenses, but I just know that pancake lenses seem to be more desirable. Again, would be nice, but I'm happy with what I've got. Mixed reality is where you have a mixture between virtual reality and actual reality, so like AR. So it could be that, I wear a headset, and in the headset I can see my room, and then suddenly the wall breaks down and an alien comes through it. There's a lot of games that do the mixed reality component, and I do find that really interesting. It's not enough to make me want to get a headset for that reason, but I'm all for technology. Excuse me. I'm all for technology pushing forward because everyone benefits. So I might get a Quest at some point, but it's not something high on my to-do list. Also, with the fact that I've got so many PSVR 2 games to play. Ciago says, most anticipated upcoming release, and why is it Skyrim? What is my most anticipated upcoming release? I have to say there's just a few horror games coming out. I think Madison VR is the one that, you know, I'm just like absolutely dreading. So it's a weird anticipation. We were hoping it was going to come out this month. But there's a lot of horror games that, I don't know, they might shadow drop, which actually would be worse. Like if I found out Madison came out now and I was given the game key and I had to play it after this, oh my God, it'd be the worst thing ever. I don't want to do that now. And also not Paranormal Activity, Phasmophobia. It's a 4-player horror co-op. Looks absolutely amazing. That'll be really, really good fun. If you were an ice cream, what flavour would you be? I don't know. What flavour would everyone be? I would be vanilla. Nice and boring. Vanilla's not boring, actually. I kind of like it. Any recent cinema trips, Myles? Have you seen Killers of the Flower Moon? I haven't seen Killers of the Flower Moon. I don't know a huge amount about it. I just hear that it's like it's a good quality movie, but it kind of has the feeling of a movie for streaming. It's quite long. It's not something that's going to get me to the cinema. I was really annoyed I didn't get to see Across the Spider-Verse or Into the Spider-Verse. I think it's Across, isn't it, for the sequel. I didn't get to see that in the cinema. I missed Oppenheimer. I missed Barbie. I'm trying to think if there are any movies in the cinema that I really want to see. There's nothing that comes to mind at the moment. Let's have a look here. What is your favourite piece of band merch? We had a great design by Dan Mumford, like 10, it would have been 11 years ago now. Oh, by the way, this is the thing. I went to see my best friend Hugh play guitar in his, I say new band, he's been in it for a few months now. And the venue they played at was at the venue that my band had our last show, that Hugh was obviously the guitarist for. It was where we had our last show, and the band he's in now supported us. That was, I think on the 26th, it's going to be 1 year since my band's final show. I can't believe it's been that long. So yeah, it's coming up to 11 years since this piece of merchandise. And Dan Mumford has a very unique style. I think at the time it was like £250 to get him to do the art. But like since then, he's blown up even more. He does a lot of huge bands. He does stuff for Marvel. He does stuff for PlayStation. He does all these amazing pieces for all these popular IPs. He's just an absolutely brilliant artist. But I don't wear it a lot anymore because I find the design a bit problematic. We had a song called Ghost in the band Down Within that I drummed for before it became Schemata Theory. And that was what the shirt was designed for. And then we changed it for Schemata Theory. And it was about Chernobyl. And obviously, just with everything happening in Ukraine at the moment, it just felt a bit odd wearing it. But do you know what? If you give me a second, I will show you it because it is beautifully designed. But I mean, I would love to wear it more, but also, like, I don't want it to, like, the colours are so vibrant. I mean, look at this art style. And they actually have the band that used to have a Phoenix logo on their shoulders. So obviously it's a bit stretched, a bit creased at the moment. But as you can see from his art style, it's amazing. I think it's an incredible piece of art. But Dan Mumford, definitely check out. I think his username is Dan Mumford Draws. He's one of my favourite artists. Absolutely incredible. And actually, Dan Mumford was a great illustration about the debate with... yeah, it is very detailed, right? That's what I love about his style. But it really does showcase when we talk about like AI and like, is it creative? Because when I used Midjourney like half a year ago, and I know it's got a lot more advanced now, I know that one of the things I asked it to do, I don't know if I've got it here. No, I don't have it. But I asked it to do like The Last of Us in the style, like The Last of Us artwork in the style of Dan Mumford, and it did. But the thing was, if Dan Mumford didn't exist with his creativity, that style wouldn't be able to be replicated by AI. Because then, if you wanted that style to be done, how would you describe that to an AI? It's like Dan Mumford is the style. I don't know how you would, you'd say it's very detailed, a lot of line work, but to like articulate that clearly is an interesting thing. Right, let's have a look here. Just having a look at some questions. Dead Ringer, the Game Cat said, hi, just popped in to say hi, hoping I'll be able to watch your live streams tomorrow. Would be great to see you there. Right, let's have a look. Oh, reading everyone's ice creams. If people could be ice creams, what would they be? And we've got coffee flavoured. Be coffee flavoured. Oh, here we go. I've got some interesting ones here. I love some of these questions. Okay, what we got? We all scream for ice cream, absolutely. Rum and raisin. I've not had rum and raisin, but I've heard good things. I mean, cookie dough is amazing. I'm not sure sexy is a flavour. So... oh man, some of these. Okay. Barbenheimer is still my favourite film of the year. Both parts. I love that. Cool. Right. Oh, you saw my underpants. Oh, that's a shame. Because I'm actually wearing really like some of they're like one of the pair at the very back. Because I was working out just before I did my live show, and so I had a shower, needed some new underwear, but I was like, God, it's quite late at night, so I just got some of my work. As long as that's all you saw, because they got like the band is like they're actually like broken. Karina says I'd probably be spicy strawberry. I've never had that as ice cream flavour. Right. Sounds kind of hot, but also like it be upsetting. I love this. Rocky Road. I've not had Rocky Road ice cream. So yeah, interesting. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for your ice cream contributions. Time to Play says, how many doors are there in this room you're in? 2. One there that you can't see, which is how I get out the room, and that is a little like cupboard, little storage that I just keep stuff in. Don't need to know anything more than that. What is your strangest Halloween experiences, Myles, and chat as a whole? So I did actually share this photo on Instagram earlier. Let me find it. I'm just going to... Okay, here we go. I love it. It's like quite a while ago. Does anyone and this is going to answer the question. Does anyone recognize this character? I mean, you can see it at the bottom in the caption. Actually, it would have given it away. Does anyone recognize this character? It's the little piggy from yeah. Let's get a bit spooky. Undercrackers. Well, no, surely it's like under knackers because they're knackered. Imagine that cupboard door started opening. I know, right? Imagine that. Yeah. What a throwback. And as Kira rightly says, the lost costume. So this is the pig creature from the Saw movies, Jigsaw. And So this costume I had, I actually went to some of the Saw movies dressed as this, and it absolutely freaked people off. The last I saw this costume was in Washington, D.C. So I went out to Washington, D.C. in 2012 to go and see a journalist friend. And one of the evenings we were going to hang out, and we didn't get to hang out much because there was Hurricane Sandy came like 2 days after I came, and then like left 2 days before I left. Which was fortunate because it meant I got to go home and I got to explore the museums. But on one of the last days, went to hang out with some friends that I saw there, and it was actually on Halloween. And I remember at the hotel there was a costume competition on the rooftop, and I was late to it, and they said that I would have won. So I wish I'd made it. And so I headed down to meet my friends, and they were going to a strip club, and so I was dressed up like that, going to the strip club, but I had the mask off, and the bouncers were like, "Sorry, you can't come in wearing that." And I was like, "Okay." So I took the cloak off, and I gave it to my friends that put it in their bag, and I went, "Can I come in now?" And they went, "No, you can't, not with all that makeup on," because I had all my eyes were black. So I went into the restaurant next door. I went up the stairs, I went into their bathroom, and I literally just washed with water, and then I was using paper towels. My eyes were so sore, and the sinks were just like messed up. I felt really bad messing it up. Got all the makeup off, went down, and then they said, you need ID. And I showed them my driving license, but when you're in the US, a British driving license won't let you in. And my hotel was quite far away. It was like a solid 20-minute walk. So I went back to the hotel, got my passport, got all the way back, showed him my passport. And by the way, my friends were in the strip club at the time. And the bouncer said, "Sorry, we're not letting you in now. You've been told no several times." And so it was that. And then my friend, one of my friends, or my friend's friend, had the Saw costume in their bag. They went in. They didn't come out. I just went home in the end. And I never got to speak to them again before the trip was over. And so, I never, I lost that costume, never had it again. So that was it. I've always had a pretty terrible, actually, that was the only time I was in America for Halloween, and America does Halloween well, so I was really looking forward to it. So they made you do the song and dance for nothing. They really did. They really did. The Hello Zepp theme tune from Saw is amazing. I'm going to have a listen to that. Yeah, they must have thought I was very keen getting in it. And to be fair, I've never been to a strip club in my life. I'm trying to think. I think there was some other situation, but yeah, that one I was just denied from. And I was just saying to my friends, "Can we just go somewhere else?" Like, I don't give a shit about strip clubs, to be fair. Yeah, what hassle? I just wanted to hang out with my friends for Halloween. But I wasn't going to deny them. Right, so that was my Halloween story. Right, I'm just going through some more of the questions. What's the scariest movie you've seen? Mine's probably Hostel. I've actually never seen the Hostel movies. When I was a kid, Ghostbusters 2 scared the hell out of me. That painting that comes to life and it was trying to hurt the baby scared the hell out of me as a kid. But scariest movies I've seen, man. One that just being scared can impact you in a lot of different ways. I have to say, Martyrs is just one of those movies that's the weirdest thing to talk about, because it's like, I'm glad I've seen it, but I couldn't. It's the weirdest thing to recommend. So I'm really not sure how I feel about it. But yeah, Martyrs. It definitely has scary moments in it, but I don't feel like I was left feeling scared. I was left feeling pretty traumatized because it's one of the most horrific Like you think, I'm aware that Hostel's pretty gory and bad, but Martyrs has some pretty horrific scenes in it. So that would be my answer there. What is your favourite cheat meal? I mean, cheat meal just means like trash, right? Anything that you want to eat that's just like probably not good for you. For me, it's pizza. Pizza's the ultimate cheat meal. How do you find the time to game? So to actually game for fun, it all depends. Like during the week, I might do it in the evening, but I've been so busy with live streaming, I haven't really. But I mean, I live by myself, so I have a lot of freedom that way. And if I get to a weekend and I don't have any plans for that evening, staying in, doing some gaming is pretty straightforward. I mean, obviously, my live streaming schedule is meant to be Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, or Sundays if I'm not doing Saturdays. Obviously, that's changed quite a bit now. I now do Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. But it does mean that I'm really making a dent. And we are approaching 100 PSVR 2 games. And I have to say, I do feel like at the end of this year, I'm hoping by the end of this year, I will have caught up with all the PSVR 2 games that need Let's Plays. That's quite ambitious and probably not possible. But I'm definitely going to have to do a highlight reel, right? Once it's all done, we'll have to wait and see. But thank you for everyone that's been supporting me on them. What is your favourite type of coffee, if you like the drink? Yeah, I don't drink coffee. But I do like biscuit tea. Biscuit tea has been really, really good. Let's have a look. Never been to it's a gentleman's club. That's it. There's one in Soho, in London, and it's literally next door to a primary school. It's unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Saw is the reason I would forget films, so I could watch the new ones without predicting exactly what was going to happen. Fair. Honestly, I'd be super... I like how we're talking about strip clubs now. Honestly, I'd be super awkward in a strip club. I've never been, but my shoes would get super interesting super quick. Okay, I don't know if that's a joke that that's completely flown over my head. But I mean, I know I have friends that work in strip clubs in the States and stuff like that. And it's interesting to hear about it, and also hearing the dynamics with like the types of people that go. But I also think that like with a lot of things in society, there are stereotypes of the type of people that go to things, but there is quite a wide cross section of society that do dabble in different things. So I'll give you an example. So in Reading, the town I'm from, I'm not even going to mention what it is, but there was a place growing up famously that was known as a place that you would go if you wanted to get weed. And it was a turning off a main road, and it was down a residential area, and there'd always be people stood there with like walkie-talkies that would tell you to turn your lights off and that. And you would go to this like car park area, and there would be a guy with a massive bag of marijuana, and you would say what you wanted, and he would give you the weed. And supposedly it was a place that was always left by the police. Like they occasionally stopped by, but and by the way, this is all stuff that I've heard. Whether it's true or not, I'm curious to know. But it seems believable. The police wouldn't interfere because if they shut it down, they've then got to work out where it is. It's like they'd rather keep it controlled in one area. And it was something I always heard about. I went once, and as a kid growing up, it was like kind of a scary experience. When reality, it wasn't actually that big of a deal. But I remember when I parked up there, the different types of people that parked up. There was like massive 4x4s with mums with kids in the car that would get out and buy some. There would be like business guys in sports cars. There were people that were homeless walking by. All different types of people in society would go to this place. And for me, I must have been like 18, 19 at the time. It was eye-opening for me, because I think people generally have stereotypes of like what kind of people do drugs, and it's prevalent through many parts of society. For your information, strip clubs aren't part of US Halloween tradition. Well, it depends. If you're a stripper, it is. Callie Timecat says, I once got declined from going into an LGBT club on the embankment for having a sandwich in my bag, so I started eating it fast just so it wasn't in my bag anymore, but they still didn't let me in. That's the thing. Normally, if you get denied entry to a place, even if you resolve what the issue is, they're kind of like, we don't want to deal with you. And sometimes they just pick on people they don't want in. They might have seen me and thought, oh, this young kid, we don't want him in, so we're just going to keep making excuses. That was very, very possible as well. I love walking into cool pub clubs that's playing great music and has a good vibe, and there's a band playing later. I only go to gigs. Yeah, gigs are always really, really, really good. I'll actually show you. Trying to find this. I was telling you about the gig my friend was playing at, and they had some really cool for Halloween. They were doing some really cool costumes, but one of them had a costume that made you double take. It's genuinely horrific. Check this out. Where is it here? Let's have a look. God, I was like, why is it not put it in my latest? But it's not. It's because it's dated by when it was created. So this is Hugh in his cool mask. He's actually playing bass for this band. It was really good fun. And the light in the background, that red light, that was the lights that we used to use for our band. So I did help him pack up afterwards. But this was the guitarist. Look at that mask. That mask is amazing. Because from a distance, like if I zoom out a little bit, you can't really see the join mark. Whereas if I zoom in, you can see it. That mask is amazing. And I remember actually when we played our last show, they were wearing a lot of this stuff, and he wore that then as well, which is pretty incredible. The Exorcism of Emily Rose kept me up at night for a long time. Jennifer Carpenter has given a performance of her life in this one. It even freaked out the director. That's good to hear. What is the movie? It's like The Taking of Deborah Logan or something. It's about an old lady that has like Alzheimer's, I guess, and then it turns out it's not her losing her mind, it's the devil taking over or something. And there's a famous head swallow scene at the end or something. Cheat meal is a quick meal which normally takes a while to prepare. Thank you. Sorry, I'm playing big catch up here. So favorite cheat meal is probably you get avocado, cut it in half, you scoop out the stone, scoop out a bit more, you put an egg in it, you put an egg in both halves, and then you sprinkle on a bit of seasoning. You can do sun-dried tomatoes, you can do bits of cheese. If you like bacon, you can put bacon on, can put all sorts, and then you put it in the oven, I'd say for like, I think at like 190 Fahrenheit for Celsius, for like 18 minutes or something like that, and it's really, really, really good. Really tasty, really, really good for you. Highly, highly recommend. Right. Alien shared the pants off me as a kid. And a film called Driller Killer. I haven't seen Driller Killer. Yeah, the original Alien is pretty horrific. Wow, how did you stop drinking coffee? Have you ever drunk coffee? I've had coffee like a handful of times. I probably could count the number of times I've had it on both hands. I had it a bit when I was in America. But the reality is I drink tea, and I knew that I would get a tasting for coffee if I drank it a lot. Hey, Myles, who is your favourite Beatle? I mean, you haven't done the queue, but I've just read it anyway. I don't really have a favourite Beatle. I mean, I have to say, as controversial as this might be, I'm not a massive fan of the Beatles. But something I will tell you is this is one of the funniest things I discovered like 10 years ago. Check this out. You can get these like earthcam.com. And this is the Abbey Road crossing from the Beatles, right? And the reason this is hilarious is it's one of those things that I'll tell people about it and then I'll show them it. And it actually does happen as I'm telling them about it. But if you look at this during the day, most weekdays, weekends, you'll see people go to cross the road, but they'll do it slowly so that they can take a photo, and you just see annoyed traffic people. I think they're doing it here. Look. They're doing it here. See, I literally was... Look, they're doing it. This is what I love. I told you. So, it's amazing. This is amazing. Look, they're literally doing the posture live. This is absolutely hilarious. I was like, surely they don't do it at night because they would do it during the daytime. But that's what happens. And so during the day, when you see people trying to get to work, you know, people complain about all these protesters blocking the road. This is where most of the blocking happens. Because you get people, people posing for the camera. I'd be so pissed off if I was driving. But true story. And I love that the moment I show you was the moment that this happened. But look, you know, these people are going up. These people might do it as well. They're probably not. They're actually going to cross. This is the thing, is most people are actually just using the road normally. But you just get these people from time to time, they get cameras and then they mess about. But yeah, I mean, I'll put the link to this in the chat. But yeah, hey Julie, it's good to see you here. Oh look, they're doing it again now. There you go. I love that it wasn't good enough. It's hilarious. Dominic Maguire says, I would be one of those people. Look how fast they're driving through. Like, oh man, it's so funny. It's so funny. But yeah, I love that I was just thinking about it. And then it's like, yeah, people are doing it now. But just check that link during the day. And if anything, it's amazing to see people using the zebra crossing normally. But yeah, anyway. Right. Right, I'm just having a look. Because, oh my God, it's the top of the hour. It's the top of the hour now. It was a good one to end on. I've been asked, have I ever smoked weed? Yes. Yeah, I have smoked weed. I'm watching the webcam now because I feel like these guys are about to do it. No, they're actually using the crossroad. But that comes a bit of the game. During the day, though, it is non-stop. It is non-stop with tourists doing it. And you just see drivers just getting absolutely annoyed. So definitely check that out. Right. Yeah. All right, everyone. I think it is time to wrap up. I want to say a huge thank you for all of you for joining me for another month of Myles Dyer Live. This was episode 117. Can't believe that we're all this way in to the next century of Myles Dyer Live shows. There are a lot of things that have been on my checklist for a while. Merchandise, getting guests on the show. There's a lot of people I want, including Julie, who's in the chat. Lots of topics I want to cover. But the reality is I've just had so much other stuff that I've been working on. Mainly it's been the VR section of just like trying to get these Let's Plays done. And the reality is that we are the reality of virtual reality is we're making a lot of progress. The Let's Plays have been going well. My channel has actually got a constant rhythm of like views now every hour, whereas normally I'll do a live stream, it'll get views for the first 24 hours and then it will just go completely down. The channel is actually starting to get some real momentum now, and it's all because of your amazing amazing support. So I want to say a huge thank you to all of that. I'm really looking forward to doing the Let's Plays tomorrow, so be sure to tune in and check that out if you haven't already. And should we just have one more quick look here? Do we think these are actual pedestrians, or do we think these are tourists that want a photo? No, they're actually going to do it. No, they are actually crossing the road. See, this is the thing about this game now, is you're just like, are these real pedestrians, or are these frauds? Are these frauds? But yeah, I haven't really got anything else to say other than something I am trying to do now is, after these live shows, is to record a YouTube short on a particular topic, and just try and make more content that way as well. So there is a lot I'm definitely thinking about at the moment. But a huge thank you, and Kira once again, who gifted 10 members at the beginning, people that have done super chats, and all of you who have just hit the like button. All of that can be really, really helpful as well. So I want to wish you a wonderful rest of your October, because there are still 6 days left. And if you are doing anything for Halloween, I hope you have an amazing time. To be honest, I do think October is probably one of my favourite months. I just love the vibe with Halloween, when you go to gigs and people dress up, and just horror movies I'm into. Obviously, horror games is a big part of it as well. And actually, on that note, something I did shout out on social media yesterday, and I will give a quick shout out to it now, is Ash Millman, who was on the show. Lovely, lovely Ash Millman, Queen of Horror. She was on a really cool discussion yesterday. What is going on? So I've gone to my profile, and it's literally just showing you my most looked at tweets. Wow, that is really weird. Okay, let me... Is it if you're not logged into Twitter, it shows you the most viewed content? That is interesting. I didn't know it did that. Let me see if I can show you this way. Right. Right, here we go. Sorry, really slow ending. It was just to show this. Cool. Let me go there. Oh, okay, it is going to show this. Great. Which is weird, because it's not in Safari. It's meant to be showing just Safari, but... Oh, no, sorry. I was on Safari there. Okay. Ignore me. Sorry, I'm just getting used to all this sort of stuff. Let's go to Google Chrome. There we go. Here we are, people. Ash Millman joined Zoe Rose Smith, who runs Ghouls magazine, and they had a really great discussion yesterday on mental health and horror. And it was a really, really, really great discussion. I will get the link here. Just about like what horror does when it comes to conversations around mental health and things like that. It was really, really good. So I will put the health and horror into the chat there. Je ne sais quoi. What up? Good to have you here. So mental health and horror. If you do go there, just leave a comment. So I sent you. And yeah, just go listen. And Ash is just like the most amazing, positive person. I just love her vibe. She's obviously a massive gaming enthusiast, a massive horror enthusiast. Two things I absolutely adore. But when it comes to mental health and things, she's a very positive creator, and I just have a lot of time for creators in the world that want to add more positivity into this world. And so, yeah, anyone that saw that episode would have when Ash was on with here will know exactly that. So yeah, the oh shit, have we not got the puzzle? Wait, the puzzle, there's still 43 pieces left. This is very difficult, and I don't want to mess it up for anyone, but it looks like we're going to run out of time there. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now. I want to say a huge thank you to all of you for tuning in. And Bonfire Night is just around the corner. Yeah, November 5th. November 5th. But yeah, awesome. Yeah, I just feel like, what am I talking about now? I'm just going to end it there. Enough from me. It's time for your final thoughts. I love you all. Appreciate the support. And love, respect, empathy, and adios. Till next time. Bye-bye.
Chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes.
Got to reorganize all this. How am I going to do it? There's just so much stuff. I might do some giveaways though, because I've got a few goodies that need a loving new home. Just curious, if I was to give away this, would anyone want it? It's a Synapse light that you plug in and it lights up. Would anyone like this? eBay is your friend. This is not something I'm going to put on eBay. I might. Okay. You were about to show your earphones and give them away. I'm not sick. He's not. Yeah, he's going to pull me. I do remember that, where people used to go. Oh, when I remember there was someone at school, at secondary school, some bullies were picking on someone, and they were like, "Excuse me, I need to see some ID." And the guy literally went, oh, "Okay," and he just went. It was good. All right. Okay. Well, maybe I'll put something on Discord and stuff like that, and we'll find out. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your week, everyone, and hopefully I'll see you at PSVR Without Parole later today. And if not, hopefully see you during tomorrow's Let's Plays. They should be good. Ghostbusters! Who are you going to call? Me.